Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Happy Hour. So, as you recall, on my first podcast, I had mentioned that I have asked my friends to send me inbox messages on my Facebook and just one word about something you want me to talk about, because I'm not afraid to talk about anything. I'll talk about controversial subjects. I'll talk about anything. And that's the whole content or the whole premise of my podcast. Second inbox I got, interesting enough, was podcasters. A friend of mine said, dude, why don't you talk about podcasters and what you think about them? And I was like, man, I could do a whole series on that one. Whew. But one of the first ones that came to my mind was Alex Jones, man. Mr. Jones, man. Yeah. How can you not like that dude, man? I've been telling people all these years, all my conspiracy theories, they thought I was full of shit, and that turned out to be all right all the time. Dude, Alex Jones is like that bug that you can't kill. You step on it, you swat it, you spray it, whoosh, you fog yourself, you got to go to sleep, and he still keeps coming at you. I'm thoroughly convinced if we ever have a nuclear holocaust, there's only two things that are going to survive. Alex Jones and cockroaches. And Alex is going to be doing a podcast to him going, you see, fellas, I told you this is going to happen. Totally dig Alex Jones. How can you not like that dude, man? And he does nothing but smoke cigars and drink whiskey. And he's looked the same age my whole life. Maybe he's on to something. I totally dig Alex Jones. I don't care what people say about him. Tucker Carlson. Now there's a cat that I believe deserves every bit of success that he has. I don't care what people say about Tucker. He has completely sculpted the face of politics, podcasts, and social media. The guy deserves everything he got. I totally dig Tucker. But that laugh. Tucker be in the middle of, well, we told everyone about the Kennedy assassination was probably bad, and then he... I was like, dude, that laugh scared me. My ass jumped that far out of the seat, was sucking seat leather. For Pete's sake, find an edit button for that laugh, dude. Totally dig Tucker Carlson. I would not want to go toe-to-toe with that guy in a debate or an interview. Jeez. That guy roasted barbecue Ted Cruz's behind so bad, I wanted to send Theo a bottle of barbecue sauce so he could put it on his little bottom. Way to go, Tucker. And by the way, I have nothing against Ted Cruz. I think he does great work. But everybody's fair game on my podcast. So let's not confuse the issue. One thing I wanted to apologize for, by the way, is the lighting. I'm actually broadcasting from the Love Bus. Don't ask me how I got that name. It's none of your beeswax. I can assure you this bus is filled with virtue. You can see the glow. But my shades are down, and so I get a little light flicker. There's no extra charge for that, by the way. Candace Owen. Dude, that girl's beautiful. She just radiates. Her skin, her hair, she's just a beautiful girl. That smile of hers. But when she looks at you like this, that's the look my mama used to give me when I was about to get my ass beat. You gotta hand it to Candace. She is a pit bull, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Man, she's going for the truth. We ain't jacking around. That girl could dig up dirt on me that I don't even know about. Gosh, I love Candace Owen. She's another girl I got a crush on. I know she's married too. But ladies, please understand. I'm just telling you, you're gorgeous. And she's fighting for the truth. She did more for the Charlie Kirk case than all the CAI combined. She's great. There's another podcaster that I really like, and forgive me if I get his name wrong, because I can't even remember my own name. Seriously. I think his name is Daniel Dvorkian. Fantastic podcaster. Good-looking kid. Everybody's a kid to me. And just tells it like it is, man, right down the middle. Right down the middle. He's not swinging to the left or the right, but he just states the facts, and he's very incredibly intelligent or articulate. That's the guy I think is going places. Not that he's not already there, but Really dig that guy. Think of another podcaster. Trying to think, there's so many of them. Like I said, you can throw a lawn dart in the air and it's going to land on a podcaster. I really like Redacted. I think those guys, it's a husband and wife team, and I'm sorry I don't know their names, but they really get to some interesting facts. And again, they're more newsworthy than they are, they don't have these great personalities like me. Sorry. I had a bone in my rum. But they're great. And I like to make fun of people. There's no doubt about that. But gosh, I love people. I really do. I don't hate anybody. I like to poke fun at them, but believe it or not, that's actually my way of showing affection. Sounds silly, right? One of my favorite comedians was Don Rickles. He's my mentor. He could totally insult you and cut you down to the bone. But at the end of his skit, he would always look at you and say, "You're a fine gentleman. I love you. Kiss your hand." That's what I love about Don Rickles. Mr. Warmth, he is my mentor. So everybody is fair game. Even my friends know they're fair game. But the difference is that I just truly love them. I love my friends. And so many people have got on board with me on this podcast thing. I'm amazed. It really warms my heart. I got my comedy skills from my father. My dad was incredibly funny. He could do accents and mimics, and he would tell a story, right? And it got bigger and better every time. And it was his animation that made it so spectacular. And he told the same story over and over. And every time it got bigger and better. The snake got longer, the fish got bigger and whatever. But you couldn't help but sit and listen to him because he was so animated. And I miss my dad so much. But that's where I get my comedy from. And that's one thing I really want to do in these podcasts. And again, I know my podcasts are short. But honestly, when I think about podcasters, back to the original topic, I think podcasts are too long. I mean, some of these podcasts, I started watching, and it's like, by the end of the podcast, I was like, I didn't have a beard before this podcast started. They're great for insomnia, by the way. The ones that are 2 hours long, man, I put those on, I sleep like a baby. But I think there's a lot to say about podcasting these days. I never would have guessed that podcasting has become so popular as it has. And I'm certainly late in the game. As usual, I'm always late, right? But I'm consistent. I'm always consistently late. All my friends know that. You tell Leigh Cates to show up at 11 o'clock, he'll be there at 11:45. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But I'm consistent. Again, I think what we need to see more of, and this is something that I certainly hope to do, we need more podcasts that make us all laugh. And I've got all these great ideas about things that I want to do. And obviously, as you know, the more the sponsorship comes in, the more money we get, we can provide better content, better lighting, for God's sakes. Whew. The sun keeps changing positions. I'm like, I can't decide if I'm ugly or cute today. I don't know. I am what I am. And by the way, the more money we get, the faster I can afford a facelift. At my age, I don't need a facelift. I need a forklift. It's okay. Hey, if Milton Berle can do it, I can do it. But anyway, I want to talk more about some of these podcasters in the future. I think they're doing great work. I have respect for everyone and anyone that can get in front of a camera and just be yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to just be myself. And I had a great meeting, by the way, yesterday with a young man who will know exactly who I'm talking about, who had some wonderful suggestions about podcasting. I can tell you, I'm completely oblivious to this industry. And he is very in tune with everything that's going on. And the thing that really impressed me the most is he said, "Leigh, just be yourself. Just be yourself, brother." And I was so impressed by that. He said, forget all about the production and the fluff and whatever. Although I do want to get some cool intros done and all that stuff, and we're working on that right now. But I'm so excited about this. and having such a great time. I just want to throw it out there. People don't like it. Well, that's okay. I'm cool with that. You don't have to like everything about something to still appreciate it. And that's what I want to say about all these podcasters, is they're doing a great job, man. I'm behind them 100%. Some of them are a little kooky, but isn't that what's so cool? Is that they are kooky. It gives you something to watch, right? What's this guy, Nick Fuentes? I think is his name. That guy's out there, but I totally dig him, right? I don't agree with a lot of what he says. I'll go on record by saying that. But man, he's doing his thing. One thing I think we should stop doing with podcasters is stop insulting other podcasters, right? I mean, it's just not, to me, it's just not appropriate. Why would you want to insult someone else that's doing their thing who truly believes in what they're doing? Nick Fuentes believes in what he's doing, so give him kudos for that. Don't insult him. Tucker Carlson believes in everything he's doing. Don't insult him for that. Candace Owen believes in what she's doing. Salute these people, respect them. You don't have to agree with them, right? If you don't like them, just turn the channel. It's easy. It's effortless. You don't have to insult them. So no matter what I do, I'm going to poke fun at you and have a great time. Laugh, carry on. But I'll never insult you. Anyway, we got a lot of podcasts coming up. And I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the overwhelming response. Even my silly little thing that I put on Facebook the other day. I look like hell. Dark circles. I look like Droopy. I mean, I looked at that video and I was like, was anyone else hurt in the accident? But gosh, all you guys really stepped up to the plate and said, Leigh, this is great. You got to keep doing this, man. You got to keep pushing on. Who would have thought that? I thought I needed to have my hair did and makeup and yeah. No, man, I was just being myself. Looked like hell that day. And yet, so many of you sent me private messages and phone calls and text messages. I mean, a shite ton of people, not just a few, being my cheerleader. So, I'm going to keep doing it until somebody shuts me down. Could be sooner than later. Anyway, cheers. Happy hour. I got a birthday coming up very soon. And I'm looking forward to that. The only thing older than me is the wheel. I'll get over it eventually, I think. At my age, we don't celebrate our birthdays. We overcome them.